Wayne McKay with All Our Production, where we seek knowledge, share knowledge, and sustain knowledge. Today we're at the Motor Mania car show at the Washington County Fairground. It's in West Bend, Wisconsin, about 30 to 45 minutes away from downtown Milwaukee.
Yep, we're at downtown. Yep.
Right around there. Today we have with us one of the founders of Motor Mania, Mr. John Bagley. He's been doing it since. I'm gonna let him explain when he's been doing it, how long he's been doing this car mania, things he's gonna do in the future. We're gonna talk about his past a little bit. And John, take it away.
All right. Well, thanks for having me this morning. Of course, yours. And yes, Motor Mania actually became to a name in October of 2019. It actually was an idea I had years ago. Actually, if you really want to start. It was years ago when I was a kid that I just loved the big events and everything that came together, from anything from the old school monster trucks to the cars and shows and everything that I would go to. And growing up in Germantown, Wisconsin, with my dad, Bud Bagley, they called him, and Bud was his nickname, Harlan, and my older brothers, Randy and Robbie, of course. We were always about hot rods and bikes and everything out the farm. So we'd always have big get-togethers. So this is how I grew up. Some night to do it. So we always had big get-togethers, went to big events all the time in the late 70s, early 80s. So as years went on, it seemed to me that car shows kind of, I guess, separated or segregated, I guess is the word we want to use, and the political thing is. The hot rodders would go one way, the monster trucks would go one way. The tuners, the young kids that we call them now, they would go one way. So nobody was bringing them all together. And I thought, well, boy, that's kind of unfair if, you and I are getting older, as we know, and our young kids are doing the newer cars, but they can't hang out with us with our hot rods or muscle cars. So why not bring a show together as all as one? So I came up with the idea about, now it's about 3 years into Motor Mania, so it's about 8 years ago, I said I want to do a show where I can rent out my fairgrounds here at Washington County Fairgrounds here in Washington County. And I said I want to rent out the whole grounds, and I want to invite everybody, and everybody can hang out together. Well, after we came up with the idea, we needed a name. So I said Motor Mania because you want to make sure everything with a motor is here. Everything with a motor, that's the brand. So that means anything that puts your, stands the hair on the back of your neck up, anything that fires up. I don't care if it's your tractor,
even this couch.
Even this couch. Even my buddy Dave Cook's motorized couch right here. So what we did is we started the brand, and it just took off. It took off, and we brought everybody together. We got a little, you get the haters. You get the haters. Oh, it'll never work. It'll never work. And I said, yes, it will. I said, you watch and see. We had so many great things from Grandma and Grandpa all the time that said, oh my gosh, I could bring my 57 Chevy that I had for 40 years, and my grandson can bring his Honda Civic in and he can sit with me. And he goes, is there a separate area? I said, no. They thought maybe the hot rods went over there and we put the kids over. I said, no, you can park right next to each other on that whole thing. So that's what we did. So that's how it all started, and it exploded. It's 2.5 years into it, and people are following us from not only all the country, we're getting followers from all over the world now. It's great.
Okay, that's great. So you talked about the past and a little bit about the present. Where do you see Motor Mania in the future?
It's a good question. We're getting that an awful lot in the last couple of days, and we're getting a lot of interviews. And now I get to, one of the biggest things is we've got some autobiographies that we're doing. Yeah, there you go. Where's it going? Horny Mike is right there. So anyways, so I don't know where we're going with that, but so where do I see it going? Now we have people from all over the country and everything want to be part of it. And we do a lot of work with the county car guys, Mike, Horny Mike and everything back there, celebrities from the Monster Truck Hall of Fame, Jim Kramer. Now we're doing a couple series that are going to be announced on our media is taking off like crazy, like what we're doing right now. So the shows are getting bigger, and we wanted to start this in Wisconsin, which we did. Now we are getting a lot of people want us to do this in other states. So by next year we'll be in I believe it's 3. I think I almost heard four states we're doing next year.
Okay. So
went all over the place. So bigger shows, and the media channel is what the biggest thing that's going on right now. Our follower and fan base.
Now you coming back here in June, right? But it's gonna be outside.
Yeah, the June show. That's our summer show in June.
And I thought that was really nice. I didn't experience it. All the campers was out there. Like people just stayed 3 days. They were camped out there.
Yes.
The camp was like the Motor Mania and a camp.
Yeah.
It was
and
nice.
people bring their kids, bring their golf carts. I mean, it's just one big fun thing, right. On the whole thing. Yeah.
And you all have to see it. It's a beautiful show where This is March 2022, June 2022. Y'all, that's the future. Next show is June 2022.
Yep, and last weekend in June. Yep, we'll
Last
be here
weekend in June.
Yep, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Put
Yep.
that on your calendar, people.
And it's going to be, so you have camping, of course, and we always have this big thing that, Jess and I, she's over here watching us over here, we call it's Motor Mania, so it's motors, music, and mayhem. We always say it, so you got burnouts, you've got concerts, and it's just one big family fun fest. We got Kids Zone, we got all kinds of stuff.
And all the beautiful food vendors.
Yeah.
Nice food and
Oh, yeah.
everything.
We got to have food.
Right. I just want to bring in somebody that's hard working, just come show her face, Jess, because she's just been moving here. She's
Jess,
part of this Motor Mania over here.
Yep.
Jess, get over here. I got here. You a big. You know what? It's always it's like my wife. She's a chef, but we're nothing without the crew.
That's right. Yeah, and
this is your beautiful lady here. I mean,
yes, this is my other half here, and you can't have it out. You can't. I mean, she keeps me in line, as we know how this goes, right?
Jess, can you give some feedback on this show today?
You know what? I've had a lot of compliments from people today and yesterday about the vibe that we have here. It's like a family, like a legit family. People who've had experiences with car shows over the years said they haven't felt this kind of environment in their entire time of visiting car shows. So that in itself is like the biggest compliment I think that we can receive.
We love it.
And I can say that too, because my wife has a booth out here. She's a caterer, and everybody been so welcome, so welcoming, so nice. It is like one big family. It is.
And we even beyond my shows, as you know, I come and see you whenever you guys are cooking,
right,
wherever it is.
The food is delicious, by the way. It's absolutely delicious.
Little shout out to Lisa K Catering over there.
Thank you. The staff is very friendly. I weaseled my way into the kitchen a time or two, and they're so accommodating. Love them.
You know what? It's just positive people coming together, which
absolutely.
I love.
And that's one thing where we said we don't want to keep it separate. We want everybody to come together. And it's just great.
And I was telling Mike, I said, everything we do, this show is all our productions. It's about inspiring people.
Yes.
And this is for mechanics, for artists, for future mechanic, for future auto body workers.
Everything. And even it's even above and beyond the automotive industry now. Because now it used to be like, it's a gearhead show. It's really not. In about 5 minutes, we got a live auction we're doing over there for a charity for one of the great ladies over there and stuff like that. So now we're bringing artists. We're bringing artists. We're bringing all this stuff. It's so everybody can come together at Motor Mania. I never dreamt it would be like this. I never did.
And what is the fundraiser y'all doing, the art? If that's something y'all giving away or something like that?
Yep, Jess, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll take it. So we are trying to help two local families that are facing some medical issues, one of them being cancer. The young gal that we have here, her dad, Jim, is battling pancreatic cancer. Prostate cancer. My apologies. His wife, Sandy, is here. Kaylee is a very talented artist. She's doing a chalk rendition of Carol Shelby from the 1980s. That piece is going to be auctioned off later today. In addition to that, we've had some great pieces donated by some of the guests here today. We've got Jim Kraber from Bigfoot donated a shirt.
Right off his back.
Literally right off his back.
One of the vintage ones, yep.
The High Roller folks donated a helmet, and also we had some pieces that were painted by Brian, our pinstriper fellow over there. He's also a local artist, so we'll be auctioning those off later today throughout the day to help raise some funds for these families that really could use our help right now.
Thank you. That's wonderful. I'm gonna put that in the show as we talk, because I can B-roll everything that you talked about. Right,
that'd be great. Yeah, we're gonna cover that too. We're gonna announce that a little bit, and then announce that in a couple minutes. I
want to thank you too, and your other partner, Mike.
Yeah, I started Motor Mania in October 2019 as just a show. And then Mike, of course, about a year later when I started my next big show, because, of course, we had that crazy 2020 summer. And the drive that really started Motor Mania is I wasn't going to back down. When I do something, I'm in 100%, as you know, and now Jess in 100%. So we didn't back down. So when they told us we couldn't have anything in 2020, I've tried to figure out rework the wheel and how we could do it. So we started having cruises for everybody. We said, okay, if I can't have a show, let's have car cruises and get everybody together and get the world together. And that, of course, that got us national attention. And then that got us such national attention that even though all the fairs, everything was canceled across the country in 2020, you can look us up. We were the only car show in the country to start this brand in 2020. On 4th of July, it was a iconic year. because it was July 3rd and 4th, 4th of July. We had 7 a.m. We opened up the gates here, and we had almost 1,000 cars sitting on the roads waiting to get in here.
Isn't that amazing?
So it blew me away.
Good. Well, you have it here because I got to let them get to their auction in about.
Yep, we got to hit auction. So
2 minutes. This is the Wayne McKay from All Our Production, where we seek knowledge, share knowledge, and stay knowledge. Thanks, John and Jess.
John and Jess from Motor Mania.
From Motor Mania.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate you all.
And we look forward to coming back on the show.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
All right,
it.
of course, we love
The
it.
food is delicious.
Thank you.
Yes.